On the day of my accident, I was at an outdoor activity centre and we'd been taken gorge walking. It was a load of children with me and I was 12 years old myself. We got taken into the water, and as the day went on, the water started rising, the current got faster. They tried to get us out of the water, but me and my friend and one of the instructors got swept away by the current and we got swept under. We could have died, but I was lucky enough that I managed to pull myself out and drag myself to the side of the river. I was able to drag myself out. It was very upsetting. I thought I'd lost my friend. I thought she died. She wasn't around. I couldn't see her. I was panicking. I was petrified about what was happening. I pulled myself out and realised there was a problem with my knee. I couldn't move it. I was screaming in pain. It was really upsetting, really worrying. And the instructor, he carried me along to where everyone else was sitting at the side of the river. They took us to an inn where we were around about where the area was, and my friend was still missing at this point. This was an hour later. I really genuinely thought she'd died. I was so distraught that she wasn't there. And eventually she showed up. And at this point the ambulance had came to take me away. My knee was I couldn't walk. My knee was it was horrendous. The ambulance came and took me to the hospital, and from there, I got taken to Ninewells and was in hospital for a week. And ended up on crutches for about 6 weeks with my knee. First week of high school as well, which wasn't fun. And pretty much my knee's been messed up ever since. The physical impact of what happened to me was difficult. At first I had a cast that was right at the top of my thigh to the bottom of my toes. I could barely do anything. My mum had to help me move around the house. She had to do everything for me at first. I had a brace. I could barely move my knee when my cast got taken off. It was really difficult to physically do stuff. I couldn't go swimming at school when I had PE because I was petrified. I couldn't walk out. I had to leave classes early to get up and down the stairs. It was difficult, the physical impact, and I had to get 2 operations to try and fix my knee. And overall, my knee physically is still very painful. Emotionally, it was really difficult. I was so upset at first. I still got upset about it now, obviously. In the long term, I was just looking for an outcome and for someone to realise that something bad had happened and for something to be done about it. The first lawyer firm that I was with, I was with them for about 5 years, and my dad had to keep pestering them and phoning them and calling up them to ask what was happening. But when I went, I was recommended to go with Bonner and Company, and when I went with them, they were great. They kept in contact with me regularly. They constantly told me what was happening, and within 3 years, the other lawyer firm said it wasn't winnable, that's why they gave up the case, but within 3 years Bonner and Company were able to win it for me, and it was great that it was finally something had happened and it was recognised that it was a bad thing that happened and something was done about it. When I switched lawyers, I realised that they were really good at what they were doing. The attention to detail that they put in. They took me to the scene of my accident and with a risk assessor, and we went through everywhere. We pretty much reenacted it, and they made me feel very comfortable, very safe in doing that, and it was great that they were putting in that much effort to try and win my case for me, and it was really made me feel really don't know what word I'm trying to say. It made me feel really good that they were doing all this work for me. And the amount of contact they kept with me, they constantly kept me updated with everything that was going on. They were really good at keeping me in the loop, and they were just great at, helping me out and making me feel like someone actually cared about what happened and really listened to what I had to say, and it was really good that they did that for me.